checked out the recent headline concerning North Korea and now their capability of launching an intercontinental ballistic missile to the U.S. becoming much more of a reality? You've tuned in to Open Your Eyes, people. This is Evangelist Anita Fuentes with some breaking news. I want to show you a particular headline here from Fox News. It says, North Korea could have missile capable of striking U.S. in the next few years. Let's read a little bit further here. I want to see if I can expand the screen for you all to read it with me. A former CIA official made an alarming statement about North Korea's ability to strike the U.S. with a ballistic missile. Bruce Klinger, a former CIA Deputy Division Chief for Korea, said that the isolated nation is closer than people realize to developing a nuclear missile that could cross the ocean and strike the U.S. He says, and I quote, "We can expect an intercontinental ballistic missile test this year with capability within the next few years," Klinger told Fox News. North Korea has provoked the world by firing ballistic missiles in defiance of the United Nations Security Council resolution prohibiting the country from doing so. And those tests have sparked global fear that North Korea could soon attack foreign countries with nuclear weaponry. In his annual address earlier this year, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un said the country was in the final stages of test launching an, and I quote, intercontinental ballistic missile rocket. But some, including President Trump, have said that the threats were intended to make the world shiver, but weren't based on reality. My friends, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I do not like when the world leaders, including the President of the United States, and including former President Barack Obama, and now it continues under the Trump presidency, when they do not take Kim Jong-un seriously with his threats. This man not only has a vendetta, not only has issues, he is dead serious and seeking to be a powerhouse, a power player in the last days. And it is Bible prophecy when we're talking about a distress of nations with perplexity upon the earth. Let's read a little bit more. It goes on to say, and this is from Donald J. Trump. He tweeted this. He says here, North Korea just stated that it is in the final stages of developing a nuclear weapon capable of reaching parts of the U.S. It won't happen. Irresponsible, Mr. Trump. Come on. North Korea has so far conducted 5 nuclear tests, claiming success as recently as September of last year. Instability in the region continues as South Korea's top court has upheld impeachment, by the way, impeachment of President Park Geun-hye. This is a president of South Korea, ousted, by the way, within the past 24 hours. Crazy. This gives, by the way, North Korea an opportunity to even pounce on South Korea, which has brought up recent reports that the Trump administration has now sent some fighter jets, some U.S. armed fighter jets from the U.S. into South Korea for any possible conflict from North Korea by seeking if they could take advantage of this ousting of President of South Korea. It's amazing. Anyway, it goes on to say here, instability in the region continues as South Korea's top court has upheld the impeachment of President Park Geun-hye. Many experts in the area believe that Kim Jong-un, which is North Korea's president, could try to capitalize on the uncertainty gripping the nation. In a Senate Armed Services Subcommittee hearing on Wednesday, Gary Samore, former Obama White House coordinator for arms control and weapons of mass destruction, testified in the global nuclear weapons environment. He called North Korea's mission to achieve a nuclear intercontinental ballistic missile the, and I quote, most significant and the most immediate of nuclear threats. He goes on to say that it's difficult to calculate or predict when North Korea might achieve that capability, a reliable nuclear-armed intercontinental ballistic missile, Samore said. Certainly, he goes on to say, with the pace of testing they've been carrying out, something in the next 5 to 10 years seems like a reasonable guess. However, this man believes that North Korea should be put back on the terrorist list. He told Fox News back in 2013, Kim Jong-un was photographed in front of a map of the U.S. which appeared to show 4 targets for North Korea missiles. Hawaii, by the way, we reported this and Open Your Eyes, people. San Diego, Washington, D.C., and perhaps Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. Not the Louisianans, what's going on there? He goes on to say, he says several 4-star generals believe North Korea already has the ability to launch nuclear-tipped missiles. However, most experts think Pyongyang does not yet have that ability since the regime has not tested and demonstrated a re-entry vehicle for its intercontinental missiles. Folks, listen, this is major news. Either way you cut it. We have been reporting that North Korea has been, the man's wild. President Kim Jong-un of North Korea is wild. And they are they're already boiling over. They're ready to showcase themselves as something before they go out. Some say, well, what makes them think that they're going to go out? What makes them think that there's something, that they're going to be, kind of wiped off the earth themselves? Please know that the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, is a very paranoid young man. He has sought to take the place of his father after the passing of his father. He has sought to be taken seriously. He's done some just atrocities concerning his own family members, where he fed his uncle to starving dogs and they ate him alive. Most recently, his own brother was murdered while on a foreign trip, and now this. He has been under the continued impression, it's not just him, but really the entire North Korean regime, because it's a dictatorship, that everybody's out to get them, particularly the United States of America. And so they are looking to showcase their strength, seriousness on the world stage. We got to take Kim Jong-un seriously because, again, he's murdered his own family. He is a very dangerous man, very unstable man, and I will not put it past him that the moment he is able to confirm testing of an intercontinental ballistic missile to strike the U.S. with, he will do that. It will only be by the grace of God that it does not happen. But I will tell you this even further: if it does, God forbid, it will be by the grace of God that you are saved come that time. And I hope you are. If you're not, you need to get saved. Email me at Anita@EMOAF.org. In the meantime, you may say, okay, so what does this mean? What are the consequences of something like this? Bottom line is that we could be looking, I can't say if, the man's serious, but if he actually succeeds on his goal, this is electromagnetic pulse. This is EMP. This is lights out. Make sure that you have not tossed away your emergency supplies. Come on. I know since Trump's been in office, everybody's saying good days are now here again, with nothing to fear here. Listen, folks, we're still living in the last days. The day of the Lord is at hand. The enemies are all around, and you got to take up your continued battle armor. Do not take it off, and pray. Stand in the evil day, having done all to stay, and continue to preach the gospel to every creature. God is on the way. The day of the Lord is at hand. Be sure to visit our website, www.openyoureyespeople.com. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in this interesting way of me broadcasting on this unexpected broadcast this Friday. But I really missed you all. Didn't get you a live broadcast yesterday. And anyway, I look forward to coming to you again. Until then, have a wonderful evening. Help support the work of the End Time Ministry. Sow a seed into the church location. We are working diligently in seeking to obtain a location. Please do your part and sow a financial seed. Again, log on to our website, www.openyoureyespeople.com. Openyoureyespeople.com. And until next time, have a wonderful night. In Jesus' name.